How's it going, guys, and welcome to another player review. In this episode, we're going to be talking, arguably, about my favorite card in the entire game. 81 rated Ross Barkley. I'm just going to say it right away, he can do everything you need in an Ultimate Team, especially in the Weekend League. I'm not playing him in a special team or anything, but he's just carrying my entire team, and has been, ever since I picked him up, which was a really long time ago. You'll see his stats in a bit, but I believe he's played around 242 games with 124 goals and 85 assists. Considering his position, his rating, and the team he's got around him, to me these are amazing stats. To score 124 goals as a cam in a 4-2-3-1 formation with 85 assists is pretty impressive. Now, the reason I labeled him as a cheap De Bruyne is simply because he's got all the traits that a 180k De Bruyne has. He's got the height, the physicality, the shooting, which I'll get to in a bit, the passing, and finally, the dribble. With Maestro Cam's card, he's got 88 dribbling, 80 shooting, and 82 passing, which is absolutely ridiculous for an 81 rated card. Honestly, guys, he's an unbelievable player. First, let's talk about his pros, then we'll get to his cons. As I've already mentioned, his dribbling is absolutely insane. The ball literally feels like it's glued to his feet, especially if you use that L2-R2 combo or LT-RT on Xbox. He executes it perfectly, as you'll see in a clip soon. He can wiggle in and out of defenders too easily. Now onto his strength. At 75 physical, 77 strength, mixing that with his L2 and R2 combo, once that defender misses a tackle, Barkley is in on goal. Even if the defender recovers and catches up, that 77 strength really shows up for a cam. There's absolutely no way that defender is knocking Barkley off the ball. Next up is possibly his best trait, which is 89 with the Maestro cam style. His long shots, anywhere within the 25 yards within the box. Once you get open with this card and once you take that shot, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that this shot is going to miss. It won't miss, guaranteed. It will hit the target 9 out of 10 times and probably will end up in the net. I've included a lot, and I mean a lot of long shot clips which will show you just how effective he is in those areas. Especially combined with that 5-star weak foot. Once you get open, it doesn't matter what foot he's shooting with. Because with that 5-star weak foot, it's honestly unbelievable. Next up is his long passing. That includes lob balls over the top, driven through balls, and just the regular through balls. They're all extremely good with this card. Once I see any of my wide players are stirred making a run, picking the right choice of the long pass will almost always end up on the feet of my receiver. Honestly, guys, this card is just simply amazing. Now moving on to his cons, none of which are really any reason to not give this card a try. First off is his curve, and then short passing and then pace. I'll get into more detail for each one, but I'll start off with his curve. Don't get me wrong, if he's on a breakaway, just a regular good old finesse shot around the keeper will do the job just fine. But the one reason I put curve as a con is simply because you can't take it outside of the box finesse shot and expect them to go in. At least not with Barkley. I just wish that were the case, but it's simply not. But nonetheless, you can always rely on a good old long shot to get the job done if you're in those positions. But the curve on this card is sometimes just a letdown. But once again, don't let this not allow you to try the card out. He's an amazing card overall. Next up is his short passing. Despite what his endgames say his short passing is, which it says 94 with Maestro by the way, it just doesn't feel that good. I'd say 3 or 4 times out of 10, his passes will just simply miss the target. Now, I'm not saying I'm not at fault, but I'm simply stating that's what happens to me. You can give him a try, and I bet some of you would barely ever miss a short pass with this player, but to each their own. Well, guys, that's our wrap for today's episode on the Chip De Bruyne. Please hit that thumbs up button, click that subscribe button, as any support helps me grow as a YouTuber. I hope you guys give this card out a try at your camp position, as he won't disappoint. Till next time, peace.